I got a pretty aggressive haircut last week. I bring this up because me and Zander were talking about it, on the pod a few weeks ago about people noticing haircuts. People were kind of like, I think because mine was so intense, they were kind of shocked.
Intense.
They were kind of caught off guard with it.
I was caught off guard.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but it was, I think your thunder was stolen a little bit by age because he also got a haircut on the same day. And so you got 50% of the glory for getting the haircut instead of 100%.
Well, I'm glad you say that. Because
Were you a little bit stressed?
I was not stressed, but I was like, this is a big change for me.
Yeah.
This is the shortest my hair's been in a while. And like just that general reception, I was actually, in contrary to what I said a while ago, a little anxious about it.
Really?
It wasn't detrimental to my day.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was aware that I'd had my haircut. It wasn't something that I'd forgotten.
Yeah. You could see the snapshot of you looking in the mirror when you first got it and you went, wow, that's still there.
That's a change.
If it makes you feel better, Jared got his haircut as well a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, which I actually really liked.
Really good haircut.
Yeah, it suited him.
Across the board, well loved.
Yeah.
Apart from by the first two people who saw it, basically. One of them being my brother,
Yeah.
Dom. Jared walked in and he goes, oh, I hope you didn't pay for that.
Dude, that would rattle you if like you walked in and the coolest guy in the inner west is there and he says that to you.
It's tough. Dom's gone smashing his haircut and then just rips into Jared. The other one was...
What was his follow-up to that? Was he like, I was joking? Or did he was that from a place of authenticity?
I think then it was so quickly followed by other people just going, oh, no, it's fine. That it was definitely authentic because he said it to me later as well. Not in a mean way.
Yeah.
In the same way that another person then said to Jared pretty soon after, yeah, great haircut. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love it. It would look really good in a hat.
Yeah.
Which at first you go, true. Yeah, it would look good in a hat.
Yeah.
You're literally saying your haircut would look good if we couldn't see it.
Yeah. Well, my first thought is when someone says that about the hat, I agree with it. Because I feel like your haircut would look great in a hat.
Ouch. But yes, I agree.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I do know what you mean. I back that. But yeah, a little backhanded compliment there.
Shout out to Jared's haircut.
Yeah, baby.
Marshall gets away. Marshall's still going. Marshall's got Richards coming up outside. Now inside.
All right, what's up, nerds? Welcome back to the Barflies podcast, episode 59. Joined today not by my good friend and comrade Alexander Russell, but by rock climbing extraordinaire, brain scientist and punk rock superstar, and one of the great scarf wearers of all time, might I add, Anthony De Lorenzo. How are you, my friend?
That's an intro.
Was that an intro?
That's the best. I think I've never been introduced like that before. Usually it's like, oh, this is my mate, Delo.
Dude, if you want to start paying me, I can walk around with you and just do that.
I'd like that. I'd like you to be walking around tooting my own horn. Or tooting my horn. I'm not tooting my own.
Should I wear a suit as well?
Yeah. Maybe don't wear a scarf though, because that's kind of my thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
I'm not trying to steal your thunder, dude. Don't worry about it.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, chuffed to be here. Actually.
Yeah?
I've been pretty keen to have a bit of a session on a podcast for a while.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you. Let's get it out on the table straight away, so we don't feel like frauds, absolute frauds. We attempted to record this already this week. We won't go into the nitty gritty. Didn't work. Didn't happen for us. And we sit here again on Friday morning, bringing a pod to the people because that's what we do.
Yeah. I can't pretend this is my first time on a podcast because we've done a dry. We've done a soft open.
We did a pretty soft open.
On episode 59.
Call it a sound check.
We did a sound check. Unfortunately, that sound check was 2 hours long. And there was some serious quality going into the sound check.
Ironically, with our sound check, there was some serious audio issues. So we're back. Anyway, it's good to be here. It's a lovely day out. The year's skipping away scarily. I feel like as November hits, it's like, dude, Jesus takes the wheel from this point on.
Once November hits, it's already the end of November. in my eyes.
Exactly.
As soon as I hit November, I've got things on the 22nd, 23rd. They've happened. They're on the way.
It's actually tomorrow.
Yeah, literally. It might as well be. It also doesn't help that we've got things we're doing right at the beginning of December. Going to Melbourne.
Yes, we are going to Melbourne. That'll be awesome. I'm actually not sure if Zander. I feel like I've spoken about this. You are part of the entourage.
The entourage?
Yeah, the entourage.
I was unaware of this.
Headed southbound. That was off the top of the dome. I'll be honest. That was off the top. Headed southbound for a week.
It's going to suck.
That'll be pretty shit.
That'll be shit.
Start in Melbourne. I'm sure that'll be covered well when we get back. That'll be a day boy extravaganza for sure.
We could even give a little day boy taste from when we're there. Just a quick couple minutes of just updates on what's going on.
You reckon?
Yeah, send it back to Zander.
Yeah, let him know. Let him know
what's happening.
Let him know what the people are up to.
Bit of live nonsense.
Yeah. Speaking of Zander, he's been under a pretty intensive performance review process over the last month or so. And we've decided to part ways, unfortunately. So Anthony steps in from now on.
That's it. Yeah. If you can't perform, you're out. That's it.
How's the nerve on this guy?
Huh?
How's the nerve on Anthony?
I'm feeling pretty good today.
Mate, it's good to be here.
Yeah.
Last night, I actually was doing a little bit of R&T'ing myself. Went to Wallows at the Hordern.
So who are Wallows?
Wallows, I actually don't listen to them all that much, I'll be honest. I went with Kate. I thought it was at Enmore until like an hour before the show or a couple hours before. And I found out it was at the Hordern, which is fine.
Which is massive.
What's that?
The Horden's massive.
It is massive, which kind of like, and I was saying to Kane was like, holy shit, are they like that big? Which was also kind of my reaction.
I didn't realise.
No, neither did I.
I thought they were a small Sydney band.
Oh, really?
I 100% did.
No, it's the guy from 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah.
Hey, that dude, by the way, I think his name's Dylan. I don't know his name. He looks like a Dylan.
Yeah, he looks like a Dylan.
He does look like a Dylan. I feel like I've seen him in like 50 movies, but I can't name one of them. Do you know the guy I'm talking
I know
about?
exactly what you're talking about. Yes.
Look up Wallows. If you don't know who we're talking about, look up Wallows and see like the main dude, and you'll be like, that guy's in everything, but I can't name one. I'll be shocked if you guys can name one of his movies. Actually,
is he in Hunger Games? He's not, but he seems like he could be.
He could be in the Hunger Games.
Right?
He totally could be in the Hunger Games.
It's that tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But he has that kind of vibe about him.
Totally.
Yeah. But how were they?
It was kind of, honestly, like some just bizarre things happened. Not that bizarre in if you're like to get up a scale of, how bizarre things get. It probably wasn't like a 10.
Yeah.
But in terms of like what you'd expect from a Wallows concert, a little bit bizarre.
Okay.
Immediately I was kind of like, I didn't think it was going to be the oldest crowd.
Yep, definitely.
But I almost felt like out of place there.
Because you were too young?
No, too old.
Too old. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
it was very like, it was lots of teenagers there.
Yeah.
Lots of teenagers.
Yeah.
There was like a group of, it was honestly quite like cute. There was like, because everyone there was like so excited, but it was just giving so much like, this is my first gig energy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were all so pumped to be there. Like no one was really like drinking and just like fun. Like as soon as the lights went off, I reckon half the arena pulled out a phone, which like you just don't see that much at gigs.
Yeah, you don't. It's depending on the gig, but I think
People
that's
do it.
People do it.
Dude, I'll pull my phone out for like a quick 20-second snip so I can remember.
Yeah.
I can. It's like like ongoing memory.
Definitely. But not as a thing of let's film every song.
Not as a thing as like let's film them walking out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my god, this is the best part.
Yeah, yeah. And like there was like a group of like 5 or 6 girls in front of us, and they were like filming everything, like filming themselves, like laughing, flashlights on. Like it was on for young and old for those girls.
So I mean, could you get past that? Did it feel alright after you?
Honestly, the fact that they were in front of us, and like I've had experiences like this before, and I'm gonna sound like a bit of a tool right now. But when you get stuck behind the wrong crowd at a gig,
yeah,
it's like, and I don't mean this in a malicious way. These girls look like they were having the best time, and it was very cute. but it was just like a different wavelength to what we were
Yeah.
on. You know, they had their phones up the whole time. We kind of just wanted to enjoy it.
Not wrong crowd in the sense that they're doing anything wrong.
No.
Wrong crowd in they're on a completely different wavelength.
Different
to what
wavelength.
you are.
Totally.
And so, you know, it's like if someone is hard moshing next to you and you're trying to just stand there and
And
enjoy
chill.
it.
And you're like,
And you go,
you guys are having the best time, and I respect that. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
R&T, babe.
R&T it up.
But I'm just going to go and hang elsewhere.
Yeah.
If that's cool. So we kind of like moved, whatever, when got a drink, moved to the other side. As I'm getting a drink, it was like there was no one at the bar, obviously, because it was the middle of the gig and it was like quite a 50-50 split on adults and
Yeah.
literal children.
Half the people there literally could not walk up to the bar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I ducked under the empty barricade, like just to go to the
Oh, yeah,
front because
as
I
you do.
couldn't be fucked walking.
Yeah.
But there was a secchi at the start of the barricade, which like you don't even think twice about being
Yeah.
an adult at an adult gig, which you are most of the time.
Yeah.
And the bloody two barmen are like, oh, yeah. Like, it wasn't that bad, but they were like, oh, yeah, like, check his wristband. And I was like, taken aback slightly.
Oh, yeah, because
And
you
I
have
was-
different coloured wristbands.
Right. And I was like, oh, true. And I like showed the secchi. I was like, oh, like, lol. Sorry, I'm 18, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I kind of advanced forward. And the manager she must have looked away. And then she looked back at me again. And she was like, giving me a hell greasy, like, intense look of like, dude, like, wristband? And I was like, yeah, like, I'm good. I just showed the secchi.
Yeah.
And she kind of like shook her head and like walked away. And I kind of guess like they'd probably been dealing with this all night.
Yeah.
Like they'd probably been dealing with kids trying to duck under and get drinks,
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah.
benefit of the doubt. But it was just kind of bizarre.
Weird. It's the same thing happened to me the other day. I walked up to a pub, local pub, chill pub.
What
in the
pub was it?
afternoon.
You can
Kody.
name it.
The
Kody? Yeah.
Yeah. Kody in Newtown. Been there a lot.
Yeah.
It's no big deal. Whatever. I live in the inner west. But we rocked up and I had a bag on me and it was late in the afternoon and I was waiting to get pizza with my brother and his partner.
Yeah.
And we got there and the guy goes, whoa, yeah, IDs. I went, oh, yeah, sure, okay, cool. Because you still get ID checked. I was like, whatever. And then he goes, so you guys started drinking yet? And I went,
What time is this?
it felt like about 6.
Okay.
So
was
was
it
it-
light?
Yeah.
Okay,
It was still light.
Yeah.
It was light edging to dark. Maybe it was more like 7.
Okay.
You been drinking yet? No. We went, oh, nah, look, we're just coming here waiting for pizza. Oh, what? So you're high? And we went, what? No. And then he goes, oh, yeah, sure thing. And then as I was about to walk in, he said, whoa, bag check. And I was just like, oh my God, what is going on here? This
Yeah.
is the most like hands-on security experience I'd had for ages. I reckon I got into festivals easier than that. And I walked in, I just went, what am I doing here?
I was going to say, you can get through international customs.
Exactly.
It's like, dude, where's the security?
Pull
Do
your
you like
aerosols out of your bag in your sweat. This guy was going all the way through.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, right? So I have had a similar experience and it was weird because I just hadn't experienced that in so long. Even at this point, you know, I wouldn't expect to be ID checked the whole time, let alone high checked
Yeah.
and bag checked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bizarre. Dude, I wonder if I don't know, maybe he just had a bad day or something.
I think he was kind of chipper about it, but there was a point there where I went, he's not going to let us in.
Yeah, right.
He
Bizarre.
thinks we're doing something wrong.
That's so odd.
yeah.
I'm glad you got in. How's the pizza? Worth it?
Well, I didn't even have the pizza.
Oh,
I was
okay.
waiting there out of solidarity with my brother and his girlfriend.
Yeah, right.
I just got a nice cold little beer. Yeah.
Might be worth mentioning your brother's name is Dom and his girlfriend's name is also Dom.
It is worth mentioning.
Which is quite humorous.
Yeah, it's flipping hilarious.
Yeah.
I love it.
Dude, language, come on.
Yeah, sorry. Flipping too much.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. Anyway, back to Wallows real quick.
Yeah, go back.
We go back into the crowd and like these guys were so American. And you can just tell like they had the full on like Cali accent. Like you guys seen Wallows before? Like
No, we
Yeah.
haven't. First time you're in Australia and we're at the show.
believe it or not, he's like, yeah, you guys catch us in Brisbane yesterday? And the other guy comes on the mic. He's like, dude, Brisbane's tomorrow. And he's like, oh, dude, I don't even know where I am. And I was like, oh my God. Anyway, they're like, at some stage, they were like, who's the guy at the back with the sign? And they called him on stage. This dude proceeds to propose to his girlfriend on stage. to like a crowd of 15-year-olds.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right?
Do you reckon he'd messaged them before?
No, he had a sign, I think. He was holding up a
Saying
sign.
what?
I don't know. I assume like, can I propose to my girlfriend?
Dude, do you reckon the girlfriend would have just seen it?
Well, I was just said
You don't just walk in with a big sign for a surprise proposal.
right? I was talking to Kate. I was like, dude, she would have had to have known.
Yeah.
And Kate said, I couldn't really see the girl. Kate said she looked kind of like a bit like, ugh. Not like disgusted, but she was kind of like a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like
You would
there was
be.
yeah. Because they got called onto stage, which
Oh.
I don't think was his plan. I think he wanted to do it like in the crowd
Yeah.
during a song, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. Like it's kind of a, oh, excuse me, that oat flighty getting to me.
Dude.
But I lost my chain of thought there.
It's weird though. It's
Yeah,
full on. And
it-
I think it's the sort of thing where if it was some massive band that had been playing together forever and I don't know, Wallows seems too fresh. But maybe that's just where my head's at because I don't know who they are. You know, I wouldn't be proposing at a Wallows concert.
Yeah, I mean that. I just wouldn't be proposing at a concert. Full stop.
I wouldn't be proposing, yeah.
I don't care if like Julian Casablancas introduced me to my girlfriend. I would not propose at a Strokes gig.
It would be weird.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of like your thing with them, but also I think each their own. I think some people love the idea of big, extravagant proposals,
True.
and that ain't my job.
That's not my
That's
vibe.
not where I'm going.
Yeah, like big public. Like I've been pretty vocal about my thoughts on PDA on this podcast a lot.
What are your thoughts actually? Because I also have thoughts.
Okay, well we can get into it real quick.
Just quick. Just
I've
touch
covered
on it.
this like
I know you would have.
across episodes.
Yeah,
like this
yeah.
is an
It's
ongoing
been
thing.
extensively covered.
But just to keep it short, I had this guy that used to come to the cafe a lot.
Yeah.
He's known on this podcast, PDA Jake. Him and his missus used to come and just like mac on at like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
in the morning in front of me while I was making coffees.
Yeah,
It was a lot.
not on.
So I'm not opposed to PDA,
Okay,
but like do it respectfully. You know what I mean?
holding hands,
Yeah, it's fine.
little hug,
That's fine. It's fine. Dude,
kissing the cheek every
it's
now
good.
and then.
It's good.
Yeah?
But like if you guys are like straddling each other at the pub,
Too weird.
like we're not mates.
I don't think that's in my head. I'd never see that as PDA. See that as just a bit ratchet. You know, there's PDA, which in my head is like being nice and being cute with a partner.
Yeah.
And then there's that, and that's just good on you.
Yeah.
Have a red hot crack.
Yeah.
Please don't make eye contact with me.
Yeah, no. But I see it a lot, like, as you can imagine, now that I'm back in a pub, I actually see it a lot. And I'm surprised at how many people do it and, like, are okay doing it.
Yeah.
Like, the other day, there was, like, a couple. The guy was sitting on, like, a bar stool, like legs apart. And his girlfriend was, like, vertically spooning him. And they were getting with each other for, like, 5 minutes, I reckon. It was pretty intense. Pretty intense. And me and the other bar staff are, like, literally standing there, like looking at them, going, "Do you reckon it's going to go longer?" Like we're like making bets of like how long it's going to go. It's honestly embarrassing. I don't know how people do that.
Yeah, that's a little bit too much for me. But I mean, yeah, I guess I think I'm probably on the same page with you. With
Like
PDA
each their
thing.
own.
Each their own.
Each their own.
Yeah.
Anyway, dude, it's Friday. I was going to ask you how your weekend was. It feels like a week ago.
Yeah. What did it? Well, we
Was
again,
Lincoln's Gold last weekend?
Lincoln's
was that the
Gold.
weekend
Oh,
before?
I got the shirt on. I'm
You do
wearing
have the
Lincoln's Gold
shirt. I didn't even mean it in that way.
There we go. No, Lincoln's Gold. First time I've seen them. Last time they're playing.
Yes, Lincoln's Gold of I went to Bill's wedding fame.
Yeah.
Like a month ago, 2
Yeah.
months ago. Played their final gig. They closed the doors on, one of the more celebrated careers. You could also almost shut the door on the Australian music industry entirely.
Might as well. Definitely Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, shut the door in Sydney.
We might have to pack it up and
We're
move it to
literally going to
Melbourne.
have to pack it up and move to Melbourne. Yeah.
Lincoln's Gold, known for, spitting beer on the crowd, not wearing any clothes, and attempting to ascend whatever scaffolding is available in the venue.
That checks out from the one time I've seen them.
Yeah?
It's pretty bang on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was there a checklist for those things?
I didn't have the checklist going in. I expected to see some nudity.
Yeah.
And I expected to see some level of climbing.
Yeah.
And then I guess from the crowd, I expected to see some level of people, in a nice way, trying to hurt each other.
Totally, which is exactly what goes down.
And I think that checked off. The spitting beer in the crowd, bonus.
Yeah, that's
Massive
that's a
bonus.
nice little bonus. I'm not like the biggest mosher of all time. I'll be
No.
honest. I'm a small dude. I don't bode well in crowds with
Yep.
25-year-old men in their physical prime.
Yep.
I mean, if I'm calling this my physical prime, I'm definitely in trouble in a mosh pit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I think I used to do it heaps. And I used to really, really love it. And I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just getting old. But
It was
I'll tap in. I
Yeah,
tap in
yeah.
and then I tap out.
Yes, exactly. Me too.
Yeah.
Which
I think
is
I'm
what
too
I did.
sweaty for it
You
as
reckon?
well.
No, I
I'm quite sweaty.
It's a sweaty environment.
It
I
is
feel
a
like-
sweaty environment. I feel bad sweating that much on people.
And you also wouldn't want to walk out of the pub really sweaty, especially if you got to go elsewhere.
No, but if you get two shoe shirts after it, you're pretty sweat.
Oh, let's go.
That's where gig shirts are hugely beneficial.
Do you do that sometimes? Put a gig shirt on straight away?
I'm saying this in the way that I buy lots of gig shirts. I don't.
Hmm.
I actually don't buy enough. But it is good if you damage your shirt or sweat the hell out of it and you gig shirt it straight away.
Yeah.
I've never been a person who walks into a store, buys a thing and puts it on straight away. I walk into a store, I buy a thing, and then I hang up in my closet for 2 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't. I do it less now, but I used to be really precious about new things. The fact that I'm wearing this Lincoln's Gold shirt is probably a testament to the fact that I'm not like that anymore.
Dude, I'm buying something and it's on like as I'm walking in the door.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I'm like belt off halfway down the street. I'm walking in, and as I step into the house, I'm simultaneously stepping out of one pant leg into the next.
Into the next.
Do you know what I mean? And they're not coming off for a while either.
Okay. I'm different. I like to debut my clothes with some level of grandiosity.
You said this. This is so interesting. Do you want to expand?
Well, so if I get something new and I think it's cool, and I generally will have people who are my friend with, because I'll buy stuff if I really like it. That's kind of why I buy things. I don't tend to buy things because I see someone else wearing it. I usually go, I really like this. That's on.
Yeah.
So I get it. And then I will always have in my mind a few people who I think also really will like it out
Yeah.
of my friends. And I'll generally tend to premiere the clothes when I'm with those people.
Okay.
If I'm going to see those people.
Do you try and cover, like, if you've got 3 friends in mind, would you rather debut it on 3 separate occasions with the hope of getting compliments on 3 separate days? Or would you rather get the bulk compliment on the first day?
I'll bulk it. I'll bulk
You
it.
bulk
Because
them up?
it'll be usually for something.
Okay.
But if I am seeing, and I've been known to do this as well, in the same way that you're saying you wear it all the time. If I see 3 separate friends on 3 separate days in a row
Yeah.
that I reckon all will like it, I will wear it all 3 days.
Okay, nice.
I'll outfit repeat because I'll go, yeah, this is a good way to debut this.
Yeah, nice.
I'm going to put it out there.
Do you get, like, sad if someone doesn't recognize it?
Yes. But usually I'm so hyped by it that I'll point it out and I end up
You
just-
can't help yourself?
Yeah. I'll go, guys, check. Because I just don't. I think I do it less so now. But I don't buy that much stuff that often.
Yeah.
And so when I get something new, for me, it's the biggest deal in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like, guys,
Look at this.
check this shit out.
Well, it's so meticulously thought out.
Yeah. It's almost over thought out.
Yeah.
Some might say.
I would say that's what it is.
And it's to the point where I do it with, I think we did talk about this the other day. I'll do it with things that already exist, but I'll be introducing to a new friend. So say I got something last year, right? Summer season.
Yeah, okay.
Then I meet someone in winter. I will deliberately debut it again for the summer season when I'm seeing that new friend if I think they'll like it.
Dude, do you have a logbook for this stuff?
It's because I find it so hard to choose what to wear. And I think this just makes it easier in my head.
Okay.
I'll just go, oh, yeah, cool, I want to wear this. And I'll go, oh, and also bonus, I think this person will like it.
Okay.
And, then I can,
That's
we can
that's an
vibe.
interesting starting point for like getting dressed in the morning.
Yeah, I have too many starting points. Usually temperature's number one.
Well, yeah, temperature's got to be addressed.
Temperature's number one and vibe.
Yeah.
And then if I'm still deciding between things at that point, then the third frontier is, who am I seeing today? What am I going to do?
Yeah. Have they seen this awesome plaid button up I got last summer?
Yeah, exactly. And then even if they have, sometimes if the vibe is so decisive, like if I'm so pushing, I really feel like wearing this shirt,
Yep.
I will happily outfit repeat for a week
Yeah, that's chill.
because I'll go, I know what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would double compliment as well.
I do it as well.
I don't know if I did it out loud yesterday,
Yeah.
but it was a plaid button up actually. That's why I said it before. The short sleeve one, it's kind of purple and green. And it's
My
a
one?
short sleeve button up, yeah.
Was it the one I was wearing on Wednesday?
Yes. I assume last time I saw you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It was.
It was.
It was.
I love that.
In my mind, I've seen that so many times, but I still have the urge to go. It's a really cool shirt.
Purple in it.
Yeah, it does.
Sorry.
Because I would wear that.
Yeah.
If you were like, this is up for grabs, I'd be at your front door in like 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's not. It's too good.
It's
But-
it's awesome because it's
It
like
is.
linen, so it sits well
Yeah,
on your...
right? Don't even get me started.
Great shirt.
Hiking shirt. The other thing is, I mean, anyone who sees any footage from this podcast, you'll notice that Kody and I have managed to dress exactly the same today.
Yeah.
We did it again when we stuffed the podcast up last time. Because
Yeah.
I was wearing that check shirt.
Yeah.
And then you come downstairs with the check shirt on. I'm like, bastard.
Yeah. But we kind of ran with it because it's like, why not? We're obviously on the same wavelength today.
Hey, that's good for a pod.
It's a podcast
I'll
day.
take that.
Sad to say goodbye to Lincoln's Gold.
Yeah, to get back on topic.
Just to touch... Oh, actually, let's tangent again really quickly
Yeah.
before we go into other things. Me and Kane have been having a discussion over the last few weeks. I brought it up with Zander.
Mm-hmm.
It's about finding new music. Let's say, I don't know if I brought this
Okay.
up with you.
No.
I may have. When I find a new song that I really like when you just find one, it's even by, let's say it's by a new artist and it's a new song and it's something that you want to listen to all the time.
Yeah.
I will only listen to it once a day.
You ration.
I ration this song because I'm so scared of over listening, and I'd rather listen to the same song and I'd rather it have that spark for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Kane will listen to a song, he said to me the other day he found a new song and he listened to it 5 times on the way home from work. He literally hit the little repeat thing on Spotify. I don't think I've ever pressed that.
Wow.
If the song comes on again in the same day, I will skip it.
Really?
Yeah.
Even if you love it that much?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to disagree with you. Not disagree.
You can disagree.
I'm not going to say it's a disagreement. I operate differently. I'm probably on the Kane train.
It's becoming pretty apparent I'm in the minority here.
I think it's a good thing to do, but I think recently I haven't been hating too many songs. As in I haven't been over listening to songs. And I think the rate at which I'm discovering new songs means that I can rinse one for a couple days and then I'll have another song I love the day after.
Okay.
So I don't end up over listening.
Okay.
But I've been known to, what'll happen for me is if I find a song that I really like, when I rediscovered the Surf's Up soundtrack,
Yeah.
I will put it on as the first song I do when I get into a car.
Yeah.
And then when it's getting to the end, if I'm vibing it that much, I'll go back to the beginning.
You'll go again.
I'll listen to it again.
Yeah, nice.
And that'll happen every time I get into a car. So if I'm driving to work, it'll happen twice in the day.
Okay.
If I'm driving to work and I stop for petrol along the way, and then I maybe pop in to get a bite to eat, I guess that's another 2 times.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. I give myself as many chances. Also, as soon as I step into the shower, that's the other time I'll play it.
Yeah, okay.
So I don't often go back to back to back to back, but I will definitely listen multiple times in a day.
Okay.
As kind of my jetting into listening to music.
That's probably a good middle ground. That's
Yeah.
probably the spectrum.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
feel like the majority, based from the people who I've talked to, and it's become apparent that I'm not the majority.
Which I'm surprised about.
I feel like you'd be the majority. Where it'd be like listen to it a couple times a day, and then, but just like not on repeat. I think what Kane does is psychotic.
Yeah. Let's
And
say
I
that.
know what song he's into because I can hear it 7 times a day.
Yeah. And then you hate it.
I don't hate it, but I just know like he got really into What Once Was by Hers like last week.
Such a good song.
Great song.
And I have definitely done the same.
And I've had that period with that song because it is truly an amazing song. But once I won't clock straight away that Kane's found a new song because I'm not consciously listening to what he's listening to.
Yeah.
But if I've heard him, if I've walked past his door and heard it, and then I hear him come out of the shower with his Yui Boom and he's got it on again, I'm like, okay, this is his song.
Yeah. This is the song of the week.
He's having a Hers moment right now.
You should have that. You should see if you can bring that up on the pod. Just figure out what Kane's song of the week is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
What is it this week? Oh, I know it. It's I want to say it's a Conan is it Conan Moxon? Is that his name?
That's the name, yeah.
You know that song? It's
I think
his
you need to
main
sing
one.
with a bit more confidence.
I don't know any of the words.
I don't know. I actually don't know the song right now.
Well,
Look, maybe let's just give that I'm going to give that a tick.
we'll give that a miss.
Yeah, we'll give that a miss.
Yeah.
The thing is, it happens to me a lot. I sweat.
Yeah.
You know? Everyone sweats.
It's a thing.
Let's be real. But I have a couple of shirts where it really shows. And one of them is...
Grey. Grey's not the best colour.
Grey's definitely not the best colour, and I love grey. The other one is... I have this orange shirt. You know the one with the ton cans?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd say red.
Wow.
I've also been called out for being colourblind a lot, though. So
It's
that's
a
red to me.
deep sunset orange. So it's well on its way to red.
I'm saying if you're putting a spectrum of orange and red, it's 90% of the way to red.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, look, it's not. I don't think so. It's
if you put a tomato and an orange on the counter and put that shirt in the middle, it'd be closer to a tomato.
Really, you think?
Yeah.
I'm going to do this after.
Okay, let's do it.
This isn't really a visual medium, so, I mean...
I can
it's hard
post
to
it on the
express
Instagram story.
Yeah.
And say,
we'll put
this
it
is
on.
some of the pressing
This is the
stuff.
shirt. We digress.
Sure.
The thing with that shirt is I was gunning it to uni one day. I walk really fast. You can attest to that.
You're a fast walker.
I walk fast, and I've gotten in trouble for it before. But when I'm walking to uni by myself, I will just hit the legs.
Yeah.
And seriously go, and without realizing as well.
Yeah.
Generally, I'll put something in my ears, and I'll randomly start playing like drum and bass or something.
Yeah.
And then I pick up my pace as well.
Yeah.
But this time, kind of humid day, not too warm.
Yeah.
And I was wearing this shirt, and I think I had to do a presentation as well. And I got about, I'm going to say it's 7/8 of the way to uni. I was just about to hit the entrance. And I looked down, and I just saw this dark sweat patch under my arm.
Yeah.
And the other thing I knew was that I felt my back sweating.
Right.
And I went, oh my God, people are going to be able to see this.
Yeah.
Holy heck. So then I cut my pace about in half and just started fanning my shirt.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Drying that thing.
Yeah, drying that thing. So I'm well aware of the whole sweat thing.
Yeah.
I'm now aware. I'm happy this happened here with this shirt. This might be a winter shirt now.
Yeah.
I might have to retire it for a little bit.
Well, you can debut it to 30 new people in 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon I could re-debut it and they'd go, oh, dude, where'd you get that shirt from? And I was going, you were at the gig with me.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
But this is the first time I've seen you wear it. I'd call this a soft launch.
I reckon it is a soft launch.
It's a soft launch.
Yeah.
Well, it's a soft launch in the context that it's going back into the wardrobe.
Yeah, it's going back into the wardrobe now because of the sweat problem.
Yeah.
Until I fix that.
Because at the beach as well, the bottom half of your t-shirt will go dark from your wet pants, which isn't the worst thing, but I'd prefer it not.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
It bugs me.
Yeah, it does.
That's an ick.
Yeah, it is a
Well,
little
it's not
bit.
an ick. It's a pet peeve.
It's a personal ick.
It's one of those things where I'll hold my shirt up so it doesn't get
Yeah, I sometimes I do it when I'm sitting as well, actually. I fold my shirt
Yeah.
back under so it sits better.
Maybe I'm a little bit pedantic.
I'd say that's a pretty accurate description of how you go about your business, Anthony.
I think I am. Because I would definitely... And sometimes I'll have a shirt on and I'll feel so free. And I'll go, I'm just going to let it touch my bodies.
Yeah.
And then I feel like such a legend.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
look around, everyone else is doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does get me. So it gets you as well.
It does. I've kind of gotten to the point where I can sort of ignore the fact that it's wet, but it would annoy me if it was wet and you could tell it was wet visually. Like if you could see that it was wet, that would really bug me.
I've got another one.
If I was wearing like a forest green or something.
Oh, dude, don't even.
Yeah, go.
What about this? This really gets my goat. People who wear pants that are a little bit too long for their shoes and it's raining.
Dude, I'm so glad you brought this up because me and Kate have a domestic about this constantly.
Does she do it?
She has a pair of pants that are like 1 centimeter too long. And I think I honestly don't know her thought process. She's listening to this. I think the thought process is like they're going to get a bit scuffed and rugged at the bottom,
I hate that.
which it does kind of look cool to be fair. But when I don't really care when it's dry. Like I get that it's fine, it's whatever. But when it's raining, she doesn't address it. So I literally bend down and roll her pants up for her because it bothers me so much.
Yeah.
So I'm 100% with you.
Oh my God, it gets me so bad.
You should start just rolling Kate's pants up.
I think I will. if that's cool, Kate, tell me at a later date if that's okay if I start doing that. But I like the fashion side of it. I think sometimes it looks really cool.
Yeah.
I don't like the admin of it.
Yes.
I don't like even my pants touching the ground.
No, neither
if it's
do
going
I.
to get dirty.
No, neither do I at
The
all.
whole, even when it's dry, I know I said it's wet because that's the extreme. That's like someone walking into the ocean with jeans on. It really gets me.
Well, that may as well be what she's doing.
It's literally the same thing. You have to get home, and if it's raining, then you can't hang your pants out. So it's just too much. I don't want to get into this.
And then when you take your feet out of the pants, there's going to be some like damp jean on some shin or something. Do you know what I'm saying?
We were at Splend together. We know what it's like to have wet pants on.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No, it's not fun.
It's not something I'd choose to do.
No.
And if I had to do that day in, day out, and I went, this is awesome. I love how scuffed and dirty my pants are getting at the bottom
Yeah.
because I'm stepping on them half the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
It'd
God.
be really annoying.
I'm happy this came up.
Yeah.
I feel like we align on a lot of things like this.
We've covered some good ground so far.
I know. I didn't realize how. I mean, I think we're similar enough in that sense.
Whether or not I'm colorblind is to be confirmed.
That's going to be TBC.
That's TBC.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll pull us back a little bit here. As I mentioned upon glorious intro, you're a member of Mac the Knife, of which was talked about a couple of weeks ago. We went and watched you guys play at the House of Music and Booze.
House of Music and Booze.
Got there. Great gig.
Awesome gig.
How'd you find it? You looked elated on stage.
I loved
You
it.
looked like you were having the best time.
I seriously did. I was having so much fun. And I think I often will try and be, kind of sultry and straight-faced and keep it all very, hey, I'm in a rock band sort of thing.
Yeah, like nice and nonchalant.
Yeah, seeing all you guys there, I was just beaming the whole
Yeah.
time. And it was so hard. And
Yeah.
I've heard what everyone said, and I've seen what's come out after, and apparently that's a good vibe.
Yeah.
So, I think that was an awesome gig. I really loved it. I really loved that you guys all came in your Halloween costumes.
Yeah.
Came straight from a Halloween party. Have you talked about that as well?
I did talk about
Yeah,
it. I don't know if
it
I
was-
Oh, no, I would have. I would have talked about it.
It was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was so funny. And I would just look out in the crowd and then just see Guy Fieri standing there.
Yeah.
And I went, this is the best.
Yeah.
So I thought that was awesome. Gig was really fun.
Do you know what my favorite part about this was?
What?
I, as mentioned a couple of weeks ago, was dressed as Marty McFly,
Yeah.
minus the denim jacket.
Yeah.
Turns out that was a pretty focal point, of Marty McFly in general
Definitely.
and my Halloween costume. So all night I just got, oh, bro, did you just not dress up? Did you just come as yourself? Haha. You know who fucking reckon? You know what Bryn said when he walked up to me?
What?
He went, dude, Marty McFly. I was like, thank you, dude. Thank
Also,
you.
out of anyone, that's fine.
It was Bryn. He went straight away. He's like, oh, Marty McFly. I was like, dude, thank you. I've been copping shit for this all night.
That's
all
awesome.
night.
No, to be honest, I think I gave you a little bit for it as soon as I saw you. But I also think that's
That
because I
wouldn't
was
shock
nervous
me.
before the gig.
That wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me.
A little bit of nervous dribble came
A
out.
little bit of nervous. Oh, what are you dressed
Yeah.
as? Yeah, no.
Well, I had to go back into work that night as well in my Halloween costume.
Really?
So, yeah, to get drinks.
Oh,
from the bottle.
okay, yeah.
Oh, and mate, my co-workers didn't realise I was fucking working with Chris Rock and bloody Billy Darcy, mate. Seriously.
They're the two finest comedians?
Oh, mate, they were the only two comedians I could think of. Who's the funny... Oh, Dave Chappelle. That was who I was trying to think of.
Okay,
Didn't come to me. Not as sharp as him, obviously. So I was... Yeah, look, when Bryn said it, I was pretty happy. Yeah. I'll say this about you guys, though. For a punk rock band, you're very, upbeat.
Yeah.
And the general aura you give off is, an aura of, optimism and hope and, sunshine.
That's a lovely thing to say.
Yeah, it was great.
That's awesome.
Even Bryn, amidst his, performance.
Yeah.
Even in the breaks, he was very grateful and
Yeah.
he speaks in. Well, he's a lovely dude. He speaks in a very just upbeat sort of
Yeah.
tone.
Yeah. I think while he's singing and while we're playing, and some of the songs can be more or less intense.
Yep.
And have dark-ish themes and whatnot.
Mm.
But after he's done, with that performance bit, he's himself.
Yeah.
He's back to being himself, and he is himself in that moment.
Mm.
But it's nice, and I'm happy you say that because it is the kind of vibe you want to give off.
Mm.
I think that people who can come to a show and feel like they're part of a
Yep.
vibe,
Totally.
and just hang out.
And
have
it's
fun.
not it walks a really good balance between it being a sick hectic punk rock gig that if you wanted to mosh you could,
Yeah.
and also Bryn being oh my god, thank you guys for coming so much.
Yeah.
It's a great, you've got it figured out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh, look, I'm glad you're saying we got it figured out. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, we've got more shows to play, and it's always good having a little bit of a gas up.
Yeah, it's
Well, not
almost
gas
like
up, but just
it's almost like a point of difference, I would say.
yeah.
You know,
I
that's
hope
not just
so.
yeah.
I hope we have that.
It's a very welcoming thing. On the while we're here, we'll just I have mentioned Bryn.
Oh, elephant in the room. Yeah.
Elephant in the room. Bryn, Heartbreak High,
Superstar. Jinx.
What is it like well, he's a bit of a prick in the show.
Oh, he is.
Massive
I
prick.
think that's a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My boss actually at work the other day came up to me because I'd probably had a conversation with him about it, being like, because Bryn actually came into the union one morning and he was like, my boss was like, who's he? And I was kind of talking about Bryn and you guys actually Mac the Knife. And I was like, yeah, he's on a show coming out. Anyway, the other day he comes in, he's like, dude, is that guy that came into the union, like, is he Spider? He's Spider, right? You told me that. And I was like, yeah, he's Spider. He's like, is he like that in real life? I'm like, dude, he is like, not to blow smoke up his ass here, but I'm like, he is like the loveliest dude.
Literally
He's
is
so
the loveliest.
not like Spider at all, which is so funny.
It's not the first time that's happened. I had another mate who watched the show who'd met Bryn.
Yeah.
Met Bryn before, liked Bryn before, sent me a message as soon as they started watching the show.
Yeah.
And they said, look, I've just started watching it. I'm starting to think Bryn is a dick in real life
Yeah.
now
Right.
because I've been watching the show.
Yeah.
And it's because he's a phenomenal actor.
I was going to say it's a testament to his acting.
It's a serious testament to his acting. If someone comes up to him and hates him, look, I'm not going to not acknowledge the fact that would suck.
Yeah.
But that is a serious compliment.
Yeah, totally.
And I think all credit to him for
Right.
tricking everyone into thinking that he's a massive tool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, someone made him a necklace, didn't they, at the gig?
Yeah, that shocked me.
Yeah.
I thought that was crazy. Really lovely.
Yeah.
But just the idea of someone having someone that they don't know make a necklace for them, give it to them during a show, and for it to be, it was wild. There's actually a photo. Did I show you the photo?
Don't know.
There's a photo of the moment he told me and the rest of the band after the show what was happening.
Yeah.
And the reaction on my face, the look on my face is priceless.
Yeah.
And everyone else in the band, it's a mixture of all these people. One of them's laughing. I'm just beside myself.
Yeah.
My other mate's just looking at the necklace really weirdly. Bryn's cracking up.
Yeah.
It was kind of this disbelief. And we
Cool.
didn't, we had no idea going into the show what it was going to be like being with Spider on stage.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Before it had always been Bryn.
Yeah.
Now it was people are going there going, Spider's here.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, for sure. Like, did you notice, like, other than that, anyone being there sort of because because of his sort of, him being in Heartbreak High? Did you notice any Bryn fans there is what I'm asking?
I don't know. I didn't. I think the answer would be I didn't because I don't know.
Yeah.
We were thinking going into it that it could be, and it was a really interesting experiment. I think for us, the unfortunate thing I would have liked to see what would happen, but the unfortunate thing, as you would know, is that everyone cleared out as soon as we stopped playing. Basically,
Yeah.
We
It's
stopped
not
playing.
really a room you hang around in.
No, I kind of wanted it to be, but it wasn't, and so everyone was turfed out into the Princess Highway pretty quickly after we finished, to the point where I basically didn't see any of you guys till we got to the party after.
No, well, that was the thing. Sort of hung around a bit at the end because I was just going to try and come and talk to you.
Yeah.
And I think I went and spoke to Bryn for 5 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I came in and found you. And all of a sudden it was like me, you, and your parents in the room, and that was it.
Oh yeah, that was
Remember that?
Okay, yeah.
Everyone was like gone. I was like, dude, I think I'm just with you guys now. Like I think
Yeah.
everyone's gone.
I think we're hanging out now.
Yeah, everyone was just outside, which was good. But yeah, everyone did clear out. There was two girls next to me actually that like let out a bit of a respectful at
Really?
some point. It was just like a little one. Like I know they wanted to do it, but
Yeah.
I think they were like it was just the two of them. So they kind of like did it, like it's Bryn, but like it was
That's wild.
Yeah.
Because then at the party after, I did tell you this. There was someone told me that in another room when Bryn got there with me, there were people sitting there on their phones,
Yeah.
looking at a photo of Spider,
Yeah.
and going, "Oh my god, that's him," and sort of holding it up and doing the match
That's
thing.
so funny.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny, and it still shocks me. Bryn telling me how he gets recognized.
Yeah.
I think it's mental.
Yeah.
It's awesome, but it makes heaps sense because that's him. Of course, he's going to get recognized.
Yeah, totally. He's pretty like distinguishable as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It was funny. The last gig you guys went to, I think I told you this. After the gig, I came and met you guys at Kelly's, and Kate was there.
Oh, you did tell me this.
And Bryn came up to her and I and was like, just said hello or whatever. And Kate was like, you were so good on stage. Like, you guys were awesome. And then after he walked away, I was like, dude, I told you he's awesome, right? She's like, what do you mean? I was like, Bryn from Splendor. Like, that's him. And she was like, oh, obviously. And she just like hadn't clocked that they were the same person.
Out of anyone to not get noticed, Bryn.
I guess maybe because he came like a day late or whatever to
Yeah,
Splendor.
we're also all covered in mud.
And it was a
time.
big group
was
as well. So it
massive.
would have been easy to get caught on opposite sides, which is, I think, what happened.
Yeah.
But I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just before we, move on from our fucking entire Bryn segment.
Yeah.
How's it been? Like, how's the response? Like, how's the band sort of?
How's it, Bryn?
Nice.
Thanks.
How's the band sort of response been to Heartbreak High? Like, in terms of gigs, just general like attention. Has it been different for you guys at all?
It's hard to tell. We
Still kind of early days.
Yeah, we haven't released music in years, since before I was in the band.
Yeah,
It's
right.
worth acknowledging that I'm a late comer to the band.
Yeah.
So
The band was on hold while he was at acting school
yeah, from what I
for
from what
4
I gathered,
years.
that was
ish.
again.
That's kind of what
brand new.
I'd gathered as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So releasing new music, obviously there's going to be some level of groundswell that comes with it.
Yeah.
I think the actual release has been assisted
Yeah.
by the fact that he's on Heartbreak High. It's no, it didn't just happen around the same time. It's just how everything worked out, I guess. So it's hard to say whether it helped or not.
Yeah.
Because we've kind of got two things that have come together and pushed it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say it definitely has pushed it because, Bryn's got plenty of people who are interested in seeing what he posts now.
Yeah. We just got more eyes on him.
He's got more eyes on him.
Yeah.
And that means there's more eyes on the band, which, great.
You don't complain about that.
I'm not complaining. I'm going to Melbourne tomorrow to play.
Awesome.
Exciting.
Dude, I keep forgetting about
Yeah.
that. First tour.
First tour. I feel like a big old rock star.
Yeah, dude,
Rockstar
totally.
road trip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Talk me through it. It's interesting because like we've actually discussed this a little bit. The whole like just being like, I don't want to say struggling, but being an artist in the initial phases.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's, painter,
Yeah.
illustrator, mural artist, punk rock superstar. Things like paying for your own flights and stuff. Like, how's the whole like sort of initial process of this tour been for you? I mean, you haven't gone yet, obviously, but how's sort of the build up into it?
It's weird. I think it's exciting more than anything.
Yeah.
You kind of take these little wins at a time because you can always keep looking and going, oh, well, yeah, this doesn't really mean anything because, our flights aren't getting paid for and we're not playing at a bigger venue and this.
Yeah.
You just go, I've been asked to go to a different state to play music.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Don't care how I get there. Don't care where I stay.
Yeah.
That's unreal
Yeah.
in itself.
Yeah, totally.
So I think you get hyped up by those little things. It is strange because I think when you look at someone who goes on tour, you assume that everything's getting paid for them.
Yeah.
You assume that they arrive there
Yeah.
and they get to their hotel and then they get from their hotel to the pub
Yeah.
and then or the venue, and the venue gives them their food and all their drinks, and then they set up on stage and then someone else sets up their stuff for them, and there is this sort of fantasy around it, I reckon.
I guess it's almost like you just don't think about it as a consumer or a spectator.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You don't like think about the supporting band and like, the logistics that go behind them standing in front of you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
It's logistically, full on. And I think you think that the fact that they've come, the other thing you don't think about, which I never thought about really, is that they also do other things that aren't that band when they're at that size.
Yes.
So they have probably put in leave for work. They've taken time off work. They're actually taking time off just their lives to be in another state playing a
Exactly.
show.
That they've paid for. And they still
they've
got
paid for.
They still got to pay rent and
Yeah.
stuff. Like it's like it's like you're going on holiday, but you're working.
But you're not really. But you are.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. It's interesting.
It's weird, but
interesting.
exciting. Yeah. So
Down with Johnny Hunter as well.
awesome.
Is that kind of like, this is sort of just come to me now, is saying like what Johnny Hunter doing at the moment, is that kind of, because they're obviously on a very similar wavelength to you guys.
Yeah,
a
for
very
sure.
similar trajectory, I would say. They're just obviously like a little bit ahead of you guys. Is that kind of like, seeing what they're doing, is that kind of like motivating for you guys, knowing that like, not that there's space, but just that, like, is their success sort of inspiring to you?
Yeah.
Or do you not think about it as much?
I don't think about it too much. I'd be curious to see what the other guys in the band say. But it doesn't. It's exciting.
You kind of just think about your own stuff more so?
Yeah. You go, oh, that's awesome. We're hanging out with them. They're also friends.
Yeah.
You know, one of their drummer is our guitarist
Yes.
as well.
Which
There is
I
crossover.
recently found out.
Yeah.
Weird that they look exactly the same.
Yeah, one of those moments.
Yeah.
Wow, these guys look so similar.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I wonder if he's copying the guy from Johnny Hunter. No, Kody, that is the guy from Johnny Hunter. That's what's happening there.
Yeah.
That's how the conversation went.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess it isn't. I guess it's encouraging. I guess it's
Encouraging. That's a word I
it's
was kind of
pretty cool.
reaching for.
Yeah. It's cool. It's also cool just because it's nice knowing people who are doing something that's a couple steps ahead of you.
Totally.
Because you have an idea of the path.
Yes.
You know, you get some clarity when it's super unclear with most of that stuff.
Yes.
You
I
just
find
go-
that, I like find that with the podcast
Yeah.
as well. I see people who are doing similar stuff to us. And like, you know, we obviously receive lots of support from our friends and stuff. But it's always inspiring to like, you know, the other day I was listening to a podcast similar to ours. They just talk footy and shoot the shit.
Yeah.
And they're sort of just like 2 or 3 years ahead of us. And like the underlying message from all of it is kind of just like, just keep going.
Yeah.
You know, trust the process, keep going, which is super cliche, but it's always good to hear.
It's nice to hear.
It's always good
Definitely, for sure. So I mean, yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes with all that.
to hear.
But
Melbourne, Brisbane,
Sydney.
Sydney in that order.
Sydney, yeah.
Sydney, Paddo next weekend.
Paddo next weekend, Saturday, the 19th.
I just
Yeah.
realised I've got work. I might have to try to get that off. I was keen to
We
come
can
back.
cancel, it's fine.
Can you push it back?
We can push it
Can
back.
you push it back a
Yeah,
week?
yeah, we'll push it back a week.
Yeah.
There we go. Just for you.
Cheers.
That's how that works.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be good. So we won't see you for like a week or so. Are you down there? Are you just literally fly in, fly out, Melbourne?
Drive in, drive out.
Right. In your car? No.
No.
Not in your car.
We're not talking about that.
Yeah, okay. We'll talk about that at a later time.
Yeah.
Let's try and move forward because we've been going for 55 minutes already,
We've talked about a lot of nothing.
which skipped away. I'd like to bring something up today
Yeah.
because I know you've thought about it as well, but it's kind of eating away at me. And we won't say any names here,
Yeah.
but we have 2 friends surrounding us that are in the, you know, call it the talking phase. They're in the initial phases of dating.
Yeah.
And they're on a pretty good trajectory. Let's put it that way.
We're not jinxing anything, which is why we're not saying names.
We're not jinxing anything, but I'm feeling a little bit left out. And I know this isn't about me,
No, it's not about
but
you.
I would really like to start going on their dates.
Well, it's not just about you, it's also about me.
Yeah. Like at what point into the dating process can we start hanging out with them and it not being odd? Because you know what I mean?
It's tough. You don't look at that and go, obviously, date number, X. You don't get it and then just go on that date and then it's suddenly fine. It has to happen kind of naturally.
Yeah.
We had a chance last night for it to happen. Again, no names will be named.
Yeah.
But said person was going to add the other friend onto our dinner reservation.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we didn't have space.
Yes.
Which I was gutted about.
Yeah.
Because I went, this is it.
That was the soft launch.
That was the time. Unfortunately, you weren't there for it.
No.
You were wallowing at the Horden. Thanks. But yeah, it was one of those ones where I go, maybe it's now. Maybe it's coming up. Because after I went that's massive green flag for it to go ahead.
Totally.
I think it has to be at a point where it won't be, you won't get invited on that date. I think that's the thing.
No.
I think it'll be something that you all want to go to.
Yeah.
And it just happens to be that you 3 are the ones who want to go.
Yeah.
And it'll be quite convenient and it'll just happen and you'll go, yeah, awesome.
It happened a couple of weeks ago for me. God, I was
Really?
so blessed because me and one of these people work together.
Yeah.
So I was hanging out with them. Anyway, I was hanging out with them and then my roommate and the other person in this story came and joined us.
Yeah.
So we were blessed with kind of like a little fourth wheel. Had so much fun.
Very soft launch there.
Very super soft launch. It doesn't really count as a launch with me because I've been sort of seeing both sides of it the entire time.
Yeah. So it's I think in this situation we're approaching it. I think in general, it's not necessarily when they've called it and they've gone boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
But it's when it's well on its way there.
Yeah. Okay.
It's when you're happy to take the risk of I'm going to get close with this person's friend
Yeah.
through them
Yeah.
that you go, yep.
Yeah.
It's
Or
fine.
it's also from their perspective, it could be like, I'm ready to introduce this person to my friends.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm comfortable.
Even though in this situation we know both of them,
Yeah.
which is annoying.
But all our friends don't.
All our friends don't.
All our friends don't.
No.
So, look, I'm excited.
So shout out to them, and when they listen to this, they will know that exactly what we're talking about them. And just give us a hoy. Let us know when you're ready for us to come along,
Yeah.
and we'll book a table for 4 and we'll just go have a nice dinner.
And it'll be lovely.
It'll be awesome.
I've actually, so the person that I work with,
Yeah.
I've kind of been like dreading telling them that I have a podcast.
Same person, right?
What?
Or is this the same?
This
person?
is the same person.
Yeah, cool.
I haven't told her that I have a podcast yet.
Yeah.
And we've actually had a conversation where she's been like, dude, you talk that much shit. I'm shocked you don't have a pod. And I've gone, that's so weird.
Dude,
That
I
is-
wouldn't have a pod.
Ugh,
Blur.
cringe.
Dude, some dude who's started a pod in lockdown.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Ugh, you
that
know
would
what I
be
mean?
the first person who's done that.
Ew.
Yuck.
So I've kind of thought, being in a new workplace with young people, it's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I can't hide this forever.
No.
But there was a part of me that thought I could.
Yeah.
But now with this dating situation, it's naturally gonna come up.
And you want to be the person.
I want to be the person to say it. I might say it this week, given that we've talked about this person on the pod.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little bit nervous because she's going to fucking lose it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cop stick for it, and it's going to go around the entire workplace straight away.
Yeah.
I'm
It'll
going to
be-
ask her not to tell everyone because, like, I don't know, I get a little bit, like, weird about this stuff.
Well, I get it because I have the same thing with the band.
Right.
I don't like saying I'm in a band.
Yeah.
Because I think it comes across as a little bit of a dick.
Yeah.
I think it can. You
Yeah.
can come across as your personality being I'm in a band, which is a bit of a thing. And it's in the same way of, oh, dude, you're from the inner west and you're playing in a band. Oh, that's so cool of you.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, just tell me about how you're in a band. I feel like people get like that.
Yeah.
But I get such a split reaction on it.
Yeah.
I get some people, and this happens, I get more and more data for this every time I start a new semester at uni, because you meet new people, and particularly when you go to a uni crowd, there's no links there. So you're just getting pure, unadulterated opinions on you, and their reactions are just exactly how a good subset of the population would react.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get, oh my God, really? What's your name? What's your music? Blah, blah, blah. When are you playing next? That's so awesome. I'm so impressed.
Yeah.
Or not impressed, but that's really cool that you do that.
Yeah.
The other side is, just the eye roll. Oh my God, of course you are.
Is that common?
Yeah.
Okay.
I reckon it's common.
Interesting.
But I've got told to, I don't project it. And then I've got told by people that I should be projecting it more.
Yeah. I think it's like, and that gives me kind of the same vibe. It's like, I'm worried about telling people I have a podcast because it's like, oh, you and every other guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when you think of I have a podcast, I think your first thought is kind of like, oh, it's some shitty podcast that like he films in his bedroom that no one listens to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
isn't that far from the truth.
You're going to film it in your bedroom.
We film in the living room.
living room.
But I think everyone's first thought is kind of like the bottom end of it. They don't see, or these people we're talking about. Some people don't see like I don't know. I don't want to sound like, I'm going to sound like a tool here, so I'm just not going to say it. But let's use the band, for example. It's like they actually their first thought might be an eye roll. And then they listen and go, oh, this is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have made a judgment so quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Which is kind of what you want. But you do obviously get the people who are like, ugh, of course you are.
I think some people do it. I think there are just certain people who react to things like that in the same way. If you tell them anything, they kind of expect that you're bragging.
Yes.
I think sometimes you can come across like that,
I get that.
which I'm super conscious of, which is why I don't say things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm in a similar boat.
You keep it kind of quiet.
You do. You don't look like a tool.
Yeah, exactly. But that's out in the open now. and this mystery person is going to find out from you.
This week, I'm going to tell her. I've worked up the courage.
Okay, that's good.
And she'll love it because we've talked about her on this app.
Yeah,
I'll be like,
exactly.
listen to the last app. Anthony's on it, and you've got a whole segment.
Yeah, 2 segments actually.
2 segments.
2 segments straight for them.
Oh, yeah.
Bang onto it.
Speaking of segments,
Yeah.
we've got one that this is one thing that, as self-proclaimed boys of the day,
Oh, we haven't even talked about this. yet.
we are probably, we are capitalism's fiercest rivals.
Did they hate us?
We simply refuse to work a 9 to 5, and we spend a lot of our spare time at the beach because
At the moment.
yeah, because we wouldn't be doing like our due diligence
Yeah.
by not going.
Have you mentioned day boys on here before?
Don't think so.
Okay. Well, day boy is essentially the definition. There's no definition, but it's what we would identify as.
Yeah,
And it's, us doing things during the day, during the week,
yeah,
while everyone else is at work being responsible adults like they should be,
yes,
like society expects.
yeah.
So we are bums, some might say, but I think we're we're visionaries.
the word renegade. What's it called? The word. I want to say. Oh my god.
Renegade.
Renegade.
Yeah.
I want to say renegade.
Renegade. Yeah,
The
renegades.
word,
We're
the
big
word
renegades.
renegade comes to mind.
And look, this it hasn't been said yet, but this podcast itself is the Dayboy Extravaganza.
It is the day.
This is where you're getting your first taste of Dayboyism. And, what it is our duty to our friends, people who, they're working their ass off. They're working their ass off to keep society going.
Yep.
But it's a beautiful day outside. And if we don't go to the beach and go for a swim, we're spitting in our friend's face.
We are.
We are. If we don't make as much use of the day as we possibly can, in the same way that if you're working on a Saturday night at the pub,
Yeah.
imagine if we all just sat inside and there was all this stuff that you wanted to do.
Right.
And you went, oh, couldn't you guys should have at least gone.
Yeah. Totally.
Same idea.
Exactly.
It's what Dayboyism is all about. And that's what we're following. One thing we do love doing, as you would at the beach,
Yeah.
big dip, going for a swim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the...
Well, I'll give some context here. I'll call this sort of theory that you've bestowed upon me,
Yeah.
for better or worse. I'd almost call this closing a chapter in my life, and up until this point.
Yeah.
And then you told me this, and I was like, wow. It's like taking the training wheels off your bike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like I'm really well and truly in the world as an adult now.
It's crazy.
Give it to the people.
So it's not my personal theory.
Yeah.
It's something I saw a friend do, and they posted it on their social media, and I went, wow. And the idea is if you go for a swim, it doesn't count as going for a swim unless you've put your head under 3 times. 3 times is the magic number.
Nice.
And so I went and did. I remember seeing that, and I went, that's good, because I usually would run in and I'd put my head under, and if I was cold, I'd go, oh, and then straight out.
Yeah. Me too.
No mental toughness, no goals achieved, nothing. I've gone for a swim and I feel a bit better, but not really. It's like putting a cold shower on and then putting your foot underneath it.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
No, it's not.
You put your head under the second time, you go, oh, okay, I'm still a little bit cold. Particularly when the water's cold, this is extra useful.
Yeah.
Under the second time, you go, oh, okay, this is a little bit cold still. Under the third time, you are now one with the ocean.
Yes.
And or other body of water which you've put your head under.
Yeah. It's weird. I didn't realize I was the first amphibious human to be alive.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
You get out the third time and you go, I could live here. It looks pretty good.
I just don't feel comfortable on land anymore. I'll be honest.
Exactly. I'll be honest. I have to be on the wet sand or nothing. I can't go back to that disgusting, filthy concrete stuff. But that's the kind of whole crux of the theory.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea there.
No, you're bang on. It's like you get in and you go under once and you're like, you come up and you have that initial shock.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's cold.
Yeah.
And then, the beta male turns around and gets back out.
Correct.
But not the day boy.
Not the day boy.
The day boy wants more.
The day boy wants more.
You go under again and you're like, okay, still pretty chilly, but I'm getting there. I'm definitely in the water.
Yeah.
You go under a third time, you come up with a dorsal fin.
Couple of pectorals as well.
Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
And then, like at that point, pardon the pun, the world is your oyster
It is. It seriously is.
because you can stay in forever. Then you've adjusted.
Well, you can, and you tend to go under another time.
Yeah.
But if you get out after 3, and the other thing that I really like about it it's not just that it feels good and you acclimatize, but I think that it's a little goal you set for yourself when you go for a swim.
Yeah.
As I said, particularly good when the water's cold, particularly good when you know you need a swim and you haven't, the wind's blowing a little bit outside and you feel a little bit nippy.
Yeah.
It gives you a little goal and you go, I'm going to push myself through this. And I like setting little goals for yourself.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, wake up, make sure your bed's made
I was going to
really
say,
well.
make your bed. That's a big one of mine.
Big one.
Easy tick.
Yeah, easy tick. Big one for me at the moment, horror movies. I know you don't agree with this, so
Okay.
we'll be on it briefly.
Are we doing this?
We'll be brief.
I think it needs to be brought up.
Okay. I recently have been a little bit hooked on the idea of just being extremely scared all the time. I don't know what it is, but it's in the same way for me that I have the little 3 heads on the goal. I go, if I can get through this horror movie, I can do anything.
Just a little callback to our episode from a few weeks ago. Anthony and friend of the show, Chelsea,
Yeah.
the puppeteers behind, a prank for the ages,
Was pretty stoked with it.
absolutely pulled me in telling me The Barbarian was a rom-com.
Yeah. One of my
Honk
final
honk. Clown. Do you know what I mean?
I sent it in the chat and I went, there's no way anyone's falling for this. I'm going to send it out there just because I want them to come to movies. And this was probably the start of me going, I really want to get myself into horror movies. So it hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
And I'm terrified by them as well. As Kody did say on the podcast, self-prank, I didn't sleep that well that night.
Yeah.
I was pretty sweaty and hiding under my covers and scared that the monster was in the corner of the room.
Yeah.
But yeah, pranked you guys, Chelsea and myself, we were pretty chuffed. Getting the appropriate shout out now. Just needed a second one,
Yeah.
definitely. But yeah, so I think you obviously feel differently than I do because I was sitting there going, I'm scared of this, but I want to get through it. And
Yeah.
you were sitting there going, I want to do anything else with my life right now.
Yeah, this is my night off and I'm actually having no fun at all. And my thing with horror movies, I feel like I've seen enough. I've probably watched, let's say, 10 in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Not once have I gone, glad I ticked that off. I've enjoyed that. I'm making progress on my horror movie adventure
Yeah.
or like my horror movie, fascination.
Yeah.
Zero progress made. Still hate them. In fact, our bathroom's outside. So when I come down to go to the bathroom at night, I'm also thinking about that fucking monster in the movie. And Chelsea the sicko, Kate's the same. She was like, they used to watch horror movies as like 9, 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how are we friends?
I don't know. I think maybe it's just my parents didn't let me. I'd like to say that's the reason. It's probably because I would have just been terrified.
Yeah, you're terrified now, dude. Don't tell me you wouldn't be terrified when you're
It's
11.
because I haven't watched. That's my thinking. I like to convince myself this. I convince myself that it's just because I haven't watched enough.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, sickos.
You can update us.
Yeah.
You can keep us updated.
Look, I'll keep you updated. I'll send a message to the team once a week.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Barbarian, I'll be honest, wasn't like the scariest movie I've ever seen, but it was edge. Like that whole
Yeah.
we'll try not to go too into it here. That whole first hour, the whole build up, and like when it sort of lightly explored the themes before it had been fully unpacked and just went haywire.
Yeah.
Very scary.
Yeah.
Very scary. Didn't like it.
No.
Didn't like it.
Unsettling.
At all. Very unsettling.
The stuff that they were making scary were things that are really normal,
Just
which is the hardest part.
yeah, but they're also exploring some pretty like dark and festy is the word I want to use.
What's
Festy
festy? I
themes.
haven't used that since year 10.
Very rancid. So yeah, Etch.
Yeah. Well,
Didn't
look,
like it.
I think we can say that we disagree on the goal setting in terms of horror movies.
Yeah.
But I would highly recommend to anyone to do head under 3 times, and I would like to make that the hallmark of summer for Australia.
And the hallmark of this podcast.
I think it's going to be good.
Dude, we're at an hour 10, so we should probably move on. We should probably wrap this thing, actually. We're getting there. It goes quick.
It does.
It goes really quick. Anthony's also joined me on the hunt for the oat flatty guy, but we're yet to find him. Zander and I have sort of culminated a small list of things we would like to ask our guests
Okay.
as we continue to have more people on.
Bit of quick fire,
It's quick fire-ish. If you want to expand, you can expand.
medium fire.
We've discussed it. We'll say medium fire.
Okay.
Medium fire.
Let's go.
Couple pretty simple ones. Favorite movie?
Surf's Up.
Yeah. Are you saying that just because there's a poster on the wall and I talk about it all the time?
Yeah, but also you can't fault that
It's
thing.
a great movie.
That thing, I've watched that movie so many times.
Yeah.
It's one of my most binged movies. It's up there with Love Actually. I'm a bit of a sucker for a rom-com.
Yeah.
You
I
can
mentioned
really-
that just on a whim the other day and you ran with it. You really like that movie?
Love it.
Yeah.
I've got the CD in my CD player in the car
You
right
do,
now.
actually. You do.
And I was pumping that
Nice.
recently. Except the other day my mates got out of the car. I was dropping again, as we mentioned, Chelsea and her sister Jodie and Blav
Yeah.
home. And they stepped out of the car. I was suddenly alone by myself, and a really sad song from the movie came on, and I just was driving home by myself, pretty solemn at that stage. And this is where this has backfired on me.
Yeah.
But favorite movie, yeah, Surf's Up there.
Great soundtrack.
Great soundtrack.
Dude.
If you
Sugar Ray, dude.
dude, Sugar New Radicals as well. You got to give him a bit of credit. Incubus.
Yeah.
It's everything. It's got everything. Honestly, and everyone who's listening has watched it.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, then
But I think people haven't watched it like in like years.
watch it. Watch it with the lens of a critic.
Yeah.
And you still won't be able to fault
You won't
it.
be able to fault it, dude.
Yeah. It's like Paddington 2.
Dude, I talked about this on the pod. Me and Kate, it's the only movie in our relationship we've sat down and watched start to finish.
What? Surf's Up.
Paddington 2.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I'd heard it been hyped up by so many adults
Yeah.
of being like, this is a really good movie.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it. It was good, but I wouldn't rave about it and tell everyone about it.
I wouldn't. I'm in the same boat. But
Yeah.
Jared and I cried.
Did you cry in it?
Together.
At what part?
At the end.
What happened at the end? You can spoil it.
No spoilers.
No spoilers?
No, I think the people need to cry.
Okay.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah,
Surf's Up
it
and
was good.
Paddington 2.
No, Surf's Up and Love Actually. Paddington 2 is just
Sorry.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a tricky one. Favorite all-time musician?
Tough. Bryn. Massive
Nice.
legend.
Yeah, legend.
People I'm listening to at the moment. Let's go with.
Give us, if you can't narrow it down, you can go to.
All right. Whitney is one of them.
Good one.
Rinsing them at the moment. Awesome. Orville Peck, another one I'm rinsing at the moment. Both kind of folky country people.
I don't know Orville Peck.
Cool guy from America. I'm not actually 100% sure.
This is a massive stab in the dark. Did you happen to buy that record
I did.
for Bryn?
For Brent.
Was that one?
That was that one.
Wow.
We were going to say he was going to be at Splendor.
Okay.
I missed him. I've been rinsing him at the moment as well.
Okay, interesting.
I'd say probably Whitney more so at the moment.
Great album
Let's
cover,
just say
that
that.
dude, by the way.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
I want to dress like that.
Yeah, you
I
should.
wish. Should I?
That's what you should go as for Halloween next year. Go as that album
Orville.
cover.
Oh my god, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Actually,
Is there a horse on there as well?
Yeah,
I'll go as the
he's
horse.
riding a horse. It's
You can ride
unreal,
me, dude.
dude. It's sick. But yeah, no, definitely. Probably I'm gonna say let's go. They're my favorites at the moment. I'm gonna think of someone as soon as we finish this and go. Oh, of course.
Kick yourself.
This person. Yeah.
Well, that's, something you got to deal with. You
Yeah.
did mention it before. Pet peeve. Do you have one?
I mean, the pants thing
That's a good one.
isn't great for me.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
I'm happy to go with that.
I can go. I don't think that's a pet peeve though.
One of mine, for example, maybe to get your juices flowing. I hate when people tie their shoes and they have really big dangly bunny hoops
Oh
that
my
hang down
God.
onto the ground.
That is so annoying.
It does my head in.
That bugs me so much.
Yeah.
Holy heck! I didn't even realize how much.
How annoying it is. How annoying is it?
Yeah, those people should not be allowed to wear laced shoes.
No.
They should be wearing slip-ons.
Get some
all the way.
Velcros, dude.
Yeah, definitely. Pet peeve. I drive around a lot, and it bugs me when people leave all their rubbish in my car because I don't discover it for 2 days later. I don't know if that's a pet peeve enough.
No, that's good.
That's just it
also
does,
common
It does
courtesy.
get my goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's also kind of like saying you go into someone's room and you leave rubbish there. Is that a pet peeve or is that just, I think it happens. No, I'm going to say pet peeve. We'll
Yeah.
stick with that. Yeah,
That's a good one.
yeah, we'll go for it.
Because it's just like, dude, I've driven you. The least you could do is take your rubbish out.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, for sure.
I don't want to get too deep on it, but is it a reflection of the person? Or
We're
is
not
it
going to
just
go into it.
is it just like a little mishap?
Too many people I like have done it, so I don't.
We're going to
I don't
give
wanna
benefit of the
reflect
doubt
onto
and go
that.
mishap?
I think no one hasn't done it.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah,
Let's not read into it too much.
let's not read into it.
If you're going to be reincarnated as an animal, so not your favorite animal, if you're going to come back as something, what would you be in another life?
Platypus.
Dude, that's mine.
Really?
Yeah, I swear to God.
Dude, because I was going to say sugar glider.
Yeah.
But that's my other one. But I think platypus is actually a little bit cooler.
I had an argument about some of this the other day, and they're like, "Why the fuck would you be a platypus?"
They're so cool.
I was like, "Dude, you literally hang out in a billabong and like just I don't know.
Also, have you ever seen a platypus?
They're awesome.
They're so cool.
They're super like
Yeah.
what's aerodynamic in the water called?
Hydrodynamic?
Yep, Zanderism.
I don't think it's right. What is it called?
I don't know.
I'm not going to say it. They're really
Good at swimming.
hydrodynamic.
Hydro-
They're slipstreamed.
yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Yeah. Yeah, you put them in one of those simulators and it's all green and it's going to be going over them. I think if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't, I don't know the correct name for it.
Yeah.
So
And they all-
simulations, they run on cars with a wind tunnel.
Yeah.
You know those things?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and then they can track the... Yeah, I digress.
Platypus. They all just like they all look like boys as well. They were just fucking bunch of bros hanging out.
I reckon they're little female-looking ones, though.
Oh yeah, you know
I
what I mean.
reckon. I
Boys
reckon.
is gender neutral.
Oh, okay, so you're just saying...
Day boys
It's just
isn't
the gang.
Day boys isn't just men only.
No, you're right.
It's just a figure of speech.
Yeah, correct. Okay, I'm with you there. Well, yeah, no, I reckon I'm going to go with platypus. I think they're awesome.
Nice.
I think they're unreal.
I'm with you
Love
on
those
that.
things.
Can't believe you said that.
Really, I can't believe you had the same one.
Yeah, dude.
I can't believe you had the same one.
Yeah,
We're
shocked.
in the same clothes.
I'm
Look at us.
shocked. Okay, I know your answer to this, but I want to talk about it anyway because it's going to rile people up.
Mm-hmm.
You're at a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Sheets tucked in or not?
Yeah, we talked about this.
Sheets in, bro. All day. I'll
Any-
die on that hill. I will die on that hill.
Anyone who's not a sheets in person, get a grip. Seriously, get a grip.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't do it at home a lot. I make sure at least the bottom of mine is tucked in.
Mm.
But I do like the luxury of being pinned down in my bed.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of nice. And I think I like to indulge in it when I can because things like summer, it's not really the time where you can.
No, you need a foot out or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Or a shin.
Yeah. But I don't get the idea. Someone has made that bed and they're so good at it. And you come in and you rip it up.
Yeah.
Nah.
Not cool.
Not
I'm a big fan of like when you get up in the morning, if you've slept still enough, you can literally just fold the corner back.
Dude, I slide out.
It's like a little cocoon.
Slide in, slide out. Have you
Yeah.
done that one?
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
good.
Oh, like straight in the top,
Yeah.
like a hot pocket.
Yeah. Getting out and disturbing it the least amount possible.
Oh, that's fire.
Because usually I'll be pretty restless sleeper. And so if I wake up and I haven't done that, I go,
Yeah.
I'm going to preserve this for one more day.
Yeah.
And just get it. So yeah, no, sheets tucked in.
Nice.
Sheet tucked in, gang.
Okay, weird one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to give this to future guests before the ep, as I've done to you.
Right.
Favorite acronym.
Yeah.
Someone asked me this at a party. It's not mine. Shout out Kira. She
Oh,
asked
was
this question
Kira.
to someone. I was like,
Yeah.
that is awesome.
Yeah.
Favorite acronym.
Yeah. This one's good. This is also a hot topic for me because I like to abbreviate everything.
Yeah.
Anytime I get the chance, I will. And it'll happen within, I don't know, a few days of me saying a word.
Yeah.
I think LGC has been a pretty consistent one for me this year.
LGC.
Yep. It's leafy green check. And I don't know, everyone's on TikTok. You know what that whole, rich boy check thing.
Yeah.
And it'll be someone showing their Maserati and their massive house.
Yeah.
And, some hectic ring they've got in
Yeah.
their iPhone 14 Pro.
Exactly.
Whatever. This is to make sure that your gut health is on point and that you're getting enough nutrients in your day.
Well, you've whipped up a chicken pesto pasta,
Yeah.
and someone in the back corner's gone LGC, and you're going, dude, the spinach in here.
The spinach in here.
The spinach in
It's
here.
right here. Exactly. And you know that your gut biome is going to be frothing after
dude.
that meal, as well as your mental health because you've had your LGC. But me and another friend of the pod, have you mentioned Amelia before?
Yeah, went to a party.
Yeah. So Amelia, Cowboy Corporation party. Her and I do love to talk about the LGC.
Yeah?
Every time we're in the kitchen, yeah. She
Loves an LGC.
Her and I have got onto it. The other one that she's jumped on recently, which is going to be maybe a second favorite abbreviation at the moment, is F&C's.
Oh, yeah.
F&C's being fish and chips.
Yeah.
Another one that I just started saying because I just love it. It just rolls off the tongue. And her and I are just... I think I get fish and chips more nowadays because of how much I like saying F&C's.
F&C's. My mum will like that.
Yeah.
My
yeah.
mum
Get
will.
it.
If she's listening, she'll like it.
Yeah. F&C's.
Another one, I think we actually drop it pretty casually in here. R&T.
Oh, yeah.
Rip and tear.
And that's you. You've introduced me to that one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That one's one I really like because it's a nice way of saying it's on.
Yeah, are we R&T?
I feel like, if you say we are R&Ting, it's better than going, oh, dude, we're getting smashed.
Do you
Or
want to
it's-
go get pissed?
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
Let's go on R&T.
Let's
And
R&T.
You can R&T at a cafe.
You can R&T at the cafe. You can R&T anywhere.
The beach.
R&T Tuesdays.
Dude, I'm
the
so
beach.
tired. I'm going to go home and just go to bed. I'm just going to R&T.
Yeah.
Just go on R&T like 8 hours.
You got R&T 8 hours. Okay, I usually R&R.
Yeah. Rest and rest?
Yeah, rest and rest. Rest and rest for 8 hours.
Sick. Yeah, that's cool.
No, R&T, that's been a beautiful addition into my life, and I only have you to thank for that.
I genuinely don't know if I made that up or not. I feel like I did.
I'd claim it.
Because KBing as well. I think I made that up, but I'm not sure.
Kody Bryony.
Kicking back.
Yeah, okay.
You KBing tonight.
Yeah.
You R&Ting or KBing?
That's
Is that what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
Simple formula.
Simple formula, and you can send it in a message, and you're not
you
losing
can-
many
you can-
text credits. Back
You can
in the
send
day.
a 6-letter message. R&T, K,
R&T
or-
slash KB
/KB question
question
mark.
mark.
6 characters.
6 characters.
R&T /KB question mark. 7 characters.
Oh, because I thought you were just going to go RT, but you're not RNT. Yeah,
R&T,
okay, cool.
they
I'm with you now.
they come
Okay,
together.
cool. Yeah.
Before we wrap this thing, it's actually just piqued my interest. What is your favourite of the packet lettuces?
Spinach.
Baby spinach?
I think. Well, actually, no. I take that back completely. I hate spinach. Actually, no. Oh, I'm really all over the place.
I didn't
now.
mean to throw you with
I
such
didn't.
a...
I didn't used to like it. I really like it now because it's versatile.
Mm.
You put in something, it cooks down, it's gone. You've also LGC'd.
Yeah.
You have it in a salad, it's pretty good.
Mm.
I think on its own, it doesn't perform as well. I don't like eating a piece of spinach that much.
Yeah.
I like eating it because I know it's doing something good for me.
I literally did that last week. I had no food and my body was just feeling a bit run down.
Yeah.
So I literally just put some what did I put? I put just some baby spinach, bit of feta, and like some balsamic dressing. So it was barely a salad.
Yeah.
It was barely a salad.
Yeah.
But I LGC'd.
You LGC.
And my gut thanked me for it.
Exactly.
Do you know
exactly.
what I mean?
I reckon probably my favorite one would be the leafy mix.
Oh, a bit of both.
Yeah.
Bit of everything.
I like it. It's nice and light. It tastes dressing well. It's just got a good variety in there.
Well, that's the point. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're not technically the leafiest of greens, because you've got your leafy greens, your spinach and your kale and
Yeah.
your silver beet and such. This is more on the cos lettuce side of things, but beautiful nonetheless.
Yeah. Mate, that might just be just about us. Oh, do you have a song to add to our playlist? What was one you said to me the other day? The Whitney song.
Memory
Nice.
by Whitney.
Bang.
Put it on.
I'll get it in there.
Yeah, I reckon. It's really nice. It suits the weather as well.
Yeah.
It suits what's going on outside. I think I really like listening to it driving down to the beach.
Nice.
It's a great song.
And then Into Yesterday comes on
Into Yesterday comes on
straight after.
And then you get what you give.
I think we have to do a little beach session today.
Yeah, anyone who's listening, just know we're at the beach.
Yeah. Because I'm going to
Probably.
edit this pod and then upload it. So if
Yeah.
you listen to this when it comes out,
We
just
will
think,
be at the beach.
just think right now there's serious R&T going on at Maroubra Beach.
Yeah, exactly. And feel free to join us.
North End.
North End, for sure. North End, for sure. Head under 3 times.
Maybe 4.
Maybe 4. It's that kind of day.
Do you have anything you want to plug before we wrap this up? Mac the
stuff.
Knife?
Yeah, come to the show.
Come to the
the
show.
show at Pato. I've never played there before. I've never been there before. And I
Have you
kind
never
of...
been to Patawari?
No.
You went out the Spacey gig. I keep
didn't.
forgetting.
No.
Dude,
Yeah.
awesome venue.
Yeah.
Can't wear a hat though. Keep that in mind.
Oh, true. I don't wear hats that much.
Oh,
At
well.
a gig. Yeah.
Maybe tell Jared.
I'll tell Jared. Yeah, definitely. No, yeah, come to the gig. It'll be really fun. I'm excited. And Johnny Hunter are unreal as well.
They are
Sick.
unreal. And listen to Labour in Vain.
And listen to Labour and
Pretty
Vain.
sure it's in the...
And watch Heartbreak High.
Yes.
Yeah, all the things. Do
Dude,
them all.
plugging them all.
Seriously, plug it up.
And maybe send Zander a message. Just check in, make sure he's all right.
Yeah,
he will be back
It's
next
gonna be
week.
tough. He won't be back next week. And
We'll
if
leave
he is
that up in
back,
the
it's
air.
because it's going to be me and Zander. And
Well,
you're going to be out because
Dude,
you've chickened out of kicking him out.
not cool.
That's all right. I'll backstab.
All right, my dude. Thanks for coming on.
Awesome.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me. Stoked. Honestly, I'm so keen to come. Again, I'd love having a chat.
Yeah, can you
Love
come back on?
having a monologue.
Love having a yarn.
Again, another shout out to Chelsea for calling me out for monologuing.
I'm going to start bleeping her name out. I reckon.
Really?
Yeah, too many shout outs.
She asked for him.
I don't think that's how it works.
Oh, she didn't ask for him. I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Yeah, bleep
Anyway.
him out. All right,
We done?
done.
Okay. Goodbye. Have a good week.
Love you all.